I was literally just looking at your beads and wondering, like, what did he do to get that?
You'll never know
Then
what happened.
you like keep showing your butthole to Jerry Jones, like he's like, somebody just give him the fucking beads. Like, you don't have to do that.
What happens in NOLA stays in NOLA.
Mm.
They are legit NOLA beads.
Are they?
Mm-hmm.
I thought Nola's the person who gave them to you.
No. What? Gross.
I'm gonna have to change my background soon.
Pretty quick, I think. Yeah, I would say you need to add something. You need to give Sonic like a gold necklace.
I might just revamp it completely.
I didn't say pearl necklace. I said gold necklace.
I'm gonna need a ladder. Don't have the same oomph I used to.
Oh boy,
the trajectory is off.
It's too much of an angle.
Oh god.
So yeah, episode 30 weeks in, still rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Down in the Cartridge and Quest basement.
Dungeon.
The Dungeon of Doom.
Nothing's
down
bit
here.
us yet, though, so that's cool.
I haven't even seen any eyes poking out at me.
I know. You keep making comments that there's got to be all kinds of spiders.
There has to be, dude. I'm serious. Like, there has to be.
I don't know.
Well, hopefully we never find out.
Yeah, we'll see. Stand by for technical difficulties. This is my show now. I'm still recording. It's
been a wild ride so far.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We've talked about a lot of stuff.
It's only going to get weirder, too.
It's only going to get weirder the less stuff we can come up to talk about. We're just going to talk about the stuff we talk about when we're not on the podcast, which
gets weird.
Gets a little weird sometimes.
We have some fun news, though. We did some fun things, had some fun drinkies.
Little mimosas.
Napa was pretty cool. We'll get into all that, but
yeah, we'll get into some Napa, get into some football, hopefully.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna get into some football, especially since the boys are playing today.
But we'll get it started off like we always do with a little bit of retro rewind.
Okay.
Powered by the
Wellington Regent Theater.
For now. And Weapons is what he's playing, which I want to see this. I've heard this is a super wild ride, like just a roller coaster of a movie. You come out of that theater just like, what in the crap did I just see?
Yeah, like legit. If like I didn't have my kids last night, like I absolutely would have been there watching this because it looks so good.
Yeah, that would have been cool. But it's like, yeah, I've just heard crazy things about it. I feel like this is one of those that you can watch it at home, but you're probably better off watching it in the theater just because it's dark in there. And if there's any jump scares, I don't know. I don't think it's a jump scare kind of movie. I think it's just a more of a trippy, wild, weird thing. But I feel like in the theater is going to be the best way to watch this one. So go check it out, the Wellington Regent. I'm going to try to get there this week. Yeah. That'd be fun. Tuesday, maybe. No, shoot.
They show Tuesday?
No, probably not.
Okay.
I thought he said it was coming out on the 12th.
He said, hell, I'll be there Tuesday. We'll see if he's open, but he's not.
We'll try. Anyway, this one looks fun.
Yep.
And so I think go check it out at the theater because, who knows how long it's going to be around, right?
Yeah.
Never know.
You never know.
All right. September 15th, 1997. This was a big one. Google.com is registered.
Oh.
As a domain, and this is weird because this was a college project, just like almost anything that happens that's big these days. It was a college project, and Larry Page and his boys were like, hey, we're going to start a thing called Backrub.com, which, what do you think that means?
That sounds weird.
Sounds weird as heck, right? But what a backrub actually is, what they meant by it, was it's using all the backlinks from websites to figure out the best search results to give a user. That's what backrub.com meant.
Oh.
It didn't mean anything weird at all.
Didn't result in a baby.
It did not, which I think I've got three
backrub babies.
That are backrub babies.
Started with the sore back.
It's like, all right, guess we're doing this. So yeah, backrub.com is what Google started out as.
Okay.
And then they were like, this doesn't make any sense. This is not user friendly, right? Because it's not. I don't even want to go to backrub.com right now because it's probably something terrible. And so they started thinking about how do they make this more marketable, because it started as a search engine. Like, this is what they were trying to do. They didn't have a good name. And so they decided on Google, which with an O, it was OLGOOGOL. And that is a mathematic term that of 1 followed by 100 zeros. That's the name of that number.
Okay.
And then when they went to register the domain name, whoever did that pulled a trav and spelled it wrong, and spelled it GOOGLE.
I like it.
And that's what stuck. And now that's what they are, is google.com.
I like it.
So a little history lesson there on Google. But yeah, today, or September 15th, 1997 was the day that they registered GOOGLE. And they're probably like, oh, you idiot, you spelled it wrong. It's never going to work now.
It's us now, baby.
And now it's the biggest freaking, I mean, Google just in general, like you used to say, go search it up.
Yeah.
And now you just say, go Google it. Like that, just a term in like culture that is just synonymous with searching stuff and just everything.
I was going to say, it's hard to even remember a time when Google wasn't a thing. That's weird.
I remember MSN search. Like, that's the thing we had.
I remember asking Jeeves, and he was terrible.
Jeeves? Yeah, he was. He sucked.
He was so fucking bad. No wonder he went to be a butler, because goddamn.
There was all kinds of ways they were trying to do this. Like, there was, those Ask Jeeves type things where you type the question, and then there was a real person, like, answering back. And then they had other ones where you would text stuff. Like, it was weird. And then Google came in, and they're like, let's get this Backrub going.
It's weird that it took that long.
Yeah, 1995. And then 1996 is when it actually showed up. Like, they built it, and then in 96 is when it showed up. So
crazy.
Yeah, pretty wild. But Google, man, big, huge, just massive thing now. And it is, you're right, it is weird going back to think about, like, when there wasn't Google.
Yeah.
So that's really weird. Let's talk a little bit of games.
Okay.
We got the Cartridge Conundrum for this week. We're going back to the year 2000, a time when baggy pants and pop punk ruled the world. September 19th, 2000, Activision dropped a game that would define a generation of skaters and gamers alike. I was not a skater, but I was a gamer. Of course, I'm talking about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the PlayStation. This game wasn't just a sequel, it was a revolution. The level design, the create a skater, the sick soundtrack, and it was an all-time, golly, it all came together to create one of the most beloved games of all time.
The fuck is in this?
But here's the conundrum. I think it's Sunday morning is what is in this.
Tasting like a Monday.
Sunday morning after a long week.
Yeah.
So, the conundrum this week is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 introduced a new gameplay mechanic that allowed players to string together combos in a way the original game didn't. What was this revolutionary trick called? Was it A, the McTwist Revert, B, the manual, C, the nollie kick flip, or D, the grind? If you got it, let us know in the comments. And you might have a big prize coming your way, like a Star Wars Cup. Who knows? You know it?
I do.
You do?
I used to love this game.
Yeah, it was fun. It did have a pretty cool soundtrack. They just re-released it, or maybe they just re-released 3 and 4. I don't know, but Tony Hawk was fun. Like, these games were it was cool. So, that combo, being able to keep those combos going, I remember was a really cool deal.
Absolutely.
What else you remember about that game?
Did they also have like aliens or something hidden that you can like go and find them and it unlocked something or someone? I'm trying to remember. I feel like there were like some sort of hidden object around all the levels and you had to go and find them.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I
was always pretty bad at like life. No, I was always pretty bad at like the quest type stuff.
Oh, like, yeah. Like Halo, finding the skulls. Did you ever do that?
Yeah, like that side quest kind of stuff. Like, I was always pretty bad at that because I was always pretty focused on like trying to do what was the mission, which that was ahead of me, which is not how I really do life. Like side quests are kind of my thing in life.
100% your thing.
But yeah, in video games, it was more like, hey, let's go get this main quest done.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't remember aliens in this one, but I wouldn't put it past them because Activision does some weird stuff. Okay, 2004. Let's get into a little bit of Madden Curse.
Oh, shit.
Michael Vick was the most electrifying quarterback anybody had ever seen.
That's the ultimate curse right there.
His speed and quickness are legend.
Mm-hmm.
His arm strength, dude could throw the ball over that mountain over there.
Yeah.
And there's no mountains in Kansas. So it's easy to pick him for the cover of Madden 2004.
Until.
Dun, dun, dun. Do you think the curse hit him or not?
Yeah, really bad.
Real bad? I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, weird. But yeah, he left football and became a Pokemon trainer.
That is the conversation that we had. You can hear me still?
Yeah.
That is the conversation we had. That's hilarious.
This guy was just out here fighting Pokemons every day. People called them dogs, but
Pokedogs. So the day after Madden released,
damn, the day after,
Vic broke his fibula and missed 11 games that season.
Holy shit.
When he broke his leg, people started to get a little curious.
Like, you know what? This might be real.
What is going on with this Madden curse? He had 2 more Pro Bowl seasons after that. And then that little dogfighting incident.
The little dogfighting incident.
Since then, he's been looking bright. It's been looking bright. He then I think he went and signed another $100 million contract after that. So yeah, pretty wild.
I'm surprised anybody would touch him after that.
No, it took him a minute.
That's crazy.
Because he went to jail.
Yeah.
So it really got him.
Yeah.
I mean, this Madden curse really got him.
Right in the butt.
Right? That was Madden.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have this around here somewhere, but 1993, this was after Nicktoons first started. Rocco's Modern Life. Do you remember this show?
Yeah, it was one of my favorites.
This was a funny one because Rocco, I mean, it was weird. It was not as weird as Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah, but it was up there.
It was weird. Yeah, there he is. There's Rocco. I don't know if anybody can even see that.
You just saw a ghost or something. Like, what the fuck was
that? No, he's over there. So,
yeah.
But Rocco's Modern Life, he was an Australian
wallaby.
Yeah. That's right. And he had a dog, Spunky, his friend. You remember his friend's name? Heifer Wolf.
Oh, weird.
Do you remember why?
Yeah.
Do you remember why?
Weird. It just got me. I was like, oh shit, that's right.
Do you remember why his name's Heifer Wolf?
Was he like adopted by wolves?
Yeah, he was raised by wolves.
Yeah.
Oh. This big old cow raised by wolves.
Yeah.
And then this is crazy, dude. And then the Big Head family next door.
Weird ass neighbors.
Super weird. Like I can see why our generation is just so kind of has a twisted sense of humor because the stuff that came out back then was just wild.
It was. I don't know who was on that shit, or what they were on that shit, but it got a little weird.
Definitely got weird. So yeah, this was definitely on Nicktoons, right alongside Ren and Stimpy and Rugrats and Doug. But yeah, this was funny. Let us know your thoughts and the things that you liked about this one, because
I'm gonna have to find some of that shit because I feel like there's a lot of weird shit that happened.
I bet you could go back and laugh at it still.
Yeah,
but in a different way.
I wonder if my kids would like it.
I don't know. It was definitely I don't know. It just I don't know. This is funny. September 5th, 1990. September 15th, 1990. Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Did you watch this?
I did a lot.
Yeah. I did not, but I've heard a ton about it, and I know my wife quotes it whenever she's got the zoomies.
She gets the zoomies.
And so, what do you know about it? Like, tell us your thoughts.
I mean, it was their shot at like, hey, let's put something out there to tell people to take care of the earth. I don't know if it worked very well, but they used like every ethnicity of child that they could to control elements. to help with just dangers on the planet, and then they can summon the OG.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Summon the OG
to really handle the stuff that they couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Shit got a little too real, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Good show.
How did they summon him? Do you remember?
They had rings.
Okay, and they had to put them together.
They used their powers from their rings all individually and like make this divine humanitarian.
And then Captain Planet showed up.
Yeah, he'd just show up. Captain
Planet.
So they
made a big baby with their rings.
These kids.
Yeah, it was kind of a, I won't say political, but it was definitely kind of like, there was a narrative there, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
And so, TBS, which is, I think, a weird place for this to be. But it seems like I think I read it was produced by Ted Turner.
More of a PBS thing.
Yeah. So, Ted Turner produced it. So he must have been on a Save the Planet trip when he created it.
Or it was a good tax deduction.
Maybe, yeah.
It's like, we're gonna lose so much fucking money with this show, but we can write it off. It'll be fine.
WCW's coming. We got to make some money.
There you go.
We can pay for that.
we gotta get the Hulkster.
Yeah, we got to get Hulk in here in '93. Let's go.
Gotta fucking save this. Oh god.
All right. Also on September 15th, but in 1996, WCW Fall Brawl.
Those were always cool.
They were fun, and I think they always happen in September from what I remember. The funny thing is, dude, I remember getting so many pay-per-views, but I don't ever remember getting a WCW pay-per-view ever. Like, I remember seeing them at the Aftermath on Nitro, but I don't ever remember seeing an actual pay-per-view from WCW.
I think I'm the same way. I feel like I did the WWF ones, but I think I'd just catch like what happened afterward.
Yeah, I don't ever remember seeing a WCW pay-per-view, which, that might be part of their problem, right?
Yeah.
But in this one, we had the NWO defeating Team WCW. So this is right after the NWO is formed in a War Games match. And the key thing that happened in this show was Sting turned on his WCW friends and walked out. And then we didn't see him again for a little bit, and nobody knew why. But this was the beginning of his Crow era. And I don't know about you, but this is one of the coolest gimmicks, I think, in wrestling ever.
That was definitely, that was his thing. Like,
the crazy part is, like, he turned on his WCW guys because he didn't feel like they were helping fight the right cause. And when he did that, everybody thought for sure, oh, I just thought of something. I definitely, for some reason, had when Hulk Hogan turned, I watched that pay-per-view.
Okay.
I don't know why, because that's the only one I have in my memory that I ever watched.
Huh. So you remember seeing that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know exactly where I was sitting.
That's crazy.
I could take you to the house in Wichita.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't my house. Anyway, so this is one of the coolest. Yeah. So
everyone thought Sting was going to NWO.
Going to NWO, and then he showed up one week in long black hair, white face. He didn't talk, and this happened for a year. He did not talk on screen for a year. He just stalked everybody. He had that bat and that coat.
I remember they'd see his ass like up in the crowds, like, oh, there he is.
What's he doing up there? And so he didn't talk for a year. And then when he finally came back, I'm sure we'll talk about it at some point, but when he finally came back, he was not part of the NWO. He hated the NWO. And he was still part of the WCW, but he didn't really like those guys either. He was kind of his own thing. Yeah. He just didn't really care because he didn't think either side was for him. So pretty cool. Another kind of stroke of genius from Eric Bischoff, because this was just a really cool gimmick, and it's in my memory from back then. So, all right, September 18th, 2000. What we had known from 1993 all the way to now was WWF is on USA Network, right? We talked about that a couple weeks ago. Well, this was the last episode for them being on USA, and then they moved to TNN.
I was mad about that for some reason. I don't know why, but I didn't like it.
I remember TNN being on channel 19 for some reason, 19 or 22. I mean, maybe it switched at some point. But do you remember what TNN turned into eventually?
I'm pretty sure. El Spique.
Yes, Spike. You are correct. It was Spike TV, which I thought was just super weird. Like, it felt like a B channel. Like, it did not.
Yeah,
it didn't feel.
I feel like it was chasing that whole Attitude Era thing. You know what I mean? Because at that point, that's like, I feel like more like reality TV, and everything was just in your face. So they were trying to be like, yeah, that's us too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I don't think it worked. They ended up going back in 2005. They ended up going back to USA.
Thank God.
So they were at Spike, TNN and Spike for like 5 years, but it was weird. And it just didn't feel like it didn't feel big. Like USA felt like a big network.
Mm-hmm.
TNN felt like a small network.
Yeah.
So
that all you got?
That's it, man.
Well, I'm fucking excited because, we're sitting here having our drinkies, and I even was thinking, it's like 10 a.m. on a Sunday. I don't know we're going to be smashing a bunch of brews or anything like that. But I will say I can put in some shots here, doing some filming with our latest AirMail.
Heck yeah.
It is from Pinter.
Pinter is awesome.
So that is something that I had seen on the app that you kept telling me to get to, log our beers and all that stuff. Super cool. But I kept asking, it's like, did you see this like promotion they have? Like, they're giving away a free Pinter, but you just have to buy a couple beers. So it's like basically this keg system, and they give you like all the concentrates and everything you need. Basically, you add water, stir it, mix it, let it sit at room temperature for a little bit, and then let it sit in the fridge for a few days. And you literally have homemade beer. It's like the easiest way. I've done homebrew before, and it's a process.
Really?
And this is going to be that whole Traeger situation where people are like, oh, it's not real barbecue, like whatever. But, there's going to be a lot of home.
But it's going to be the most delicious thing we've ever had. Because
it's going to be
when
really
you make
cool.
something on a Traeger, dude, it is delicious.
You know what I mean? It's like you don't have all the bullshit of, doing the stick burner, but you still get great results. And I'm so excited to see like what Pinter has to do. And the coolest thing to me is I've had this vision for years that I haven't been able to unleash on people.
Yes.
I want
now
to
we
make,
get to.
I'm a big cider guy. So I wanted to make my own brand called Dickens Cider. So it's like I want to make like a bunch of different, like a juicy Dickens cider, tall Dickens cider.
Gosh, dude.
Like a
what?
I'm gonna have all the Dickens ciders, like varieties out there. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be great. Yeah, we'll do like a black cherry one and have it be like a dark Dickens cider.
Oh wow!
Yeah, well,
that's getting racy.
No, I'm just talking about ciders. So one of the drinks we got.
That would hit different for some reason.
We're gonna have a Mexican Dickens cider too. Like it's gonna have.
Oh man!
So yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm super excited. One of the ones that we got is a cider. So Dickens Cider is about to be a real life thing. And I could not be more amped. Like, I hope this takes off. I'm going to take it to a local brewery, maybe several local breweries, and say, hey, help me launch my Dickens Cider campaign and see where we can go with this. You know what I mean? I'm a local chef. I've won some national awards and stuff. Like, man, it'd be fun to have my own cider line and just run with it and see what happens.
It's like the most professional name I've ever heard.
It is. Dickens Cider.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
It's not offensive at all.
No.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, I'm excited about this too because I like beer, I like cider, and I think being able to make some of our own stuff is going to be really cool. And just to kind of mess with it and play.
They had like
around.
30 different ones, I think.
Oh,
like
yeah, there was a ton of
There was a
stuff.
lot of different ones, and I'm sure they're just going to keep adding. Maybe we can get a whole Dickens Cider collection on Pinter.
Maybe.
Shit.
Wow. Yeah, they might be all about it.
Huh. Well, let's find out, I guess. Maybe I need to trademark the name. I'll have you trademark it, and it's gonna be misspelled like fucking crazy, like the whole Google thing.
Yes,
but at least we'll get it trademarked.
Dix.
It's gonna be Dick Side. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It's Dixon.
Dickens.
See, I would have done it wrong. I'd
Dickens
be like, yep,
Cider.
Dixon.
No, it looks all racist or just rebel flagging it, and oh god.
Yikes. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be cool. I'm super excited about it. I think it's going to be fun to kind of play with this stuff over the winter and just see what we come up with,
We're
because
gonna have some good stuff. It's gonna be awesome. I'm very excited. Um, still honestly kind of buzzing about the trip we just had. It's something
gosh, dude.
we had talked about a little bit, and it's one of those things you don't really know how it's truly going to be until you get there. And Napa was wild. Like from the
Crazy.
moment we left, it was pretty crazy. So
Yeah. No, the first plane ride, is that what you're
yeah,
talking about?
yeah. So Trav, he's told me, and I've seen a couple little things, but he flies pretty frequently, and he's always like, yeah, I always get a snack for the people, and they'll upgrade you, they'll give you free drinks, like
Even if
whatever.
they don't, like, it's
Yeah,
not about that for me. It's about making somebody smile.
sure.
But because these people have, like, they get to do whatever they want, honestly,
Mhm.
on a flight. And so because they can do anything, they can give you drinks, they can give you a better seat, they can give you more
Mhm.
food, whatever, right? They A lot of times that will happen. I didn't start out thinking that's what I wanted to do. I just started out thinking, I want to make these flight attendants smile, because I feel like they're just beat down all the time.
It makes
People are
sense.
so rude.
And they're
People are
just
just
stuck on a plane all the time. They don't have
right,
chances to run out to Chick-fil-A and grab,
right.
whatever. But so yeah, we did that, and Trav actually got to board first. So we
Yes,
got
I
them
did.
some chocolate from Wichita, and local chocolate, and it was awesome.
Coco Dolce,
Yes.
yum.
So he boards first, and he's like, I was kind of curious, like, I wonder if I'm gonna give it to the same person. And he's like, well, you won't know because I'm getting on. I was like, okay, whatever.
Hmm.
So I get on, and there's this nice little old lady, and I'm like, hey, this is for you or whatever. And she's like, oh, I can't accept bribes. And I'm like, what? It's not a bribe. Like, here, this is just chocolate for you. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, Trav told me to say that. And I was like, oh, that's not a bit.
So
So
I get on this plane. This lady is the sweetest
it's so
old lady.
nice. Yeah.
Like, I love my grandma, but I wish that this lady was my second grandma, because she was just so nice and so sweet. And I hand her this chocolate, and she asks what my name is,
Yeah.
and I tell her, and then I say, look, if there's anybody behind me that tries to give you chocolate,
Uh-huh.
would you please tell them that
God.
you cannot accept bribes and that they're going to go to jail if they try to give that to you? And she's like, okay.
I felt so awkward too because she was talking all loud. I was trying to be quiet, like, "Hey, this is for you," and she's
Yeah.
like, "Sir, I can't accept bribes." And I'm just like, "God, lady, shut up." So I'm like looking around, and she's like, "I'm just kidding, whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." So I'm kind of walking. She's still on me, like, "Yeah, hey, there's your chocolate." I'm walking down the aisle, and then she gets on the intercom, and she's like, "Attention, everyone! If you
Everyone.
see, this is Mike. He has on a dark shirt, like he's walking down the aisle right now." And I'm just kind of like, "Oh shit," like, it was so awkward. But she's like, he brought us chocolate, and then
Yeah.
everybody's like clapping or cheering,
Yeah.
talking. Like I
It
was like,
was
oh
wild, dude.
fuck.
I told you, I've never had that reaction from
Yeah.
anybody. And the funny thing is, she did that same thing to me before you got on. She said, if
Okay.
he's walking down there with a hat on or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and everybody was like, thumbs up, whatever. And then you got on the plane and you
Yeah.
did the same thing. And then the captain comes on, like the captain of the plane
Yeah.
comes on. And he's like, and folks, that's how you get free tequila shots on an airplane.
So it was really cool. I go and sit down, and I'm still like in my head because like I'm embarrassed and like all this. And there's some lady talking about it behind me, and I was like, well, I opened mine. I was like, if you take candy from strangers, like here, take a bite. I didn't realize she worked there too, so she
Hmm.
tried it, and she's like, man, this is really good. I was like, yeah, it is. So again, like I want to say 2 or 3 other times on that
Yes.
flight, they were still talking
They were
about it.
they were amped about it. I think it was a combination of things. One, I mean, it's a nice gesture because those people just like, people are so rude on planes.
Yeah.
Like, they don't ever get any like thumbs ups or high fives or anything. People are
Mhm.
so mean, and so just showing that you appreciate somebody is great. But then it was also their going home flight, because I think they're on like a 2-week rotation or
Oh,
something when
really?
you're on a
Okay.
plane, and so all of those people live in Vegas, and so when we landed in Vegas,
They were headed
they were
home.
staying home. They were done for their shift, and so they were excited about that, and they were just a fun crew anyway, and so that's kind of Southwest's deal. Like,
Mm-hmm.
their crews are always pretty fun. I don't know how many Southwest flights you've been on,
Not many.
but their crews are always pretty fun and exciting. That the first flight I ever flew was to Vegas, and that dude got on the PA when he was doing the stuff about the safety.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of those things, he had a joke for every
Yeah.
single safety thing. Like, even the over the water thing. Like, there's no water where we're going, so this one doesn't really matter. Like,
I thought it was funny. Even then, like our people, they're like, "Thank you for pretending to listen to our demonstration."
right.
So, I'll have some more to talk about on Vegas here in a minute, but so then we get to Napa. We get
Yep.
to our hotel and everything. I remember walking into the room just like, God, this is fancy. Like I walk into my bedroom, like the bed lights up underneath, like so I'm not like
Yeah,
stubbing my toes or anything.
you walk up to the bed and the bed just lights up underneath it, like
Yeah.
so you don't fall in the middle of the night.
So that was super cool. And I remember walking into the bathroom, real nice bathroom, like big soaking tub, big shower with multiple jets and everything. There's this glass door and I open it because I'm sitting here going like, what the fuck's the
What could be
toilet?
back there?
Yeah, so I open it up and I was like, oh shit! But this toilet looked like a fucking airplane or something, like streamlined
You opened that
controls.
door. I'm going to tell you what happened. You
Yeah,
opened that
yeah,
door and you stepped 1 foot into
yeah,
that thing, and the seat opens up for you.
yeah. It was open and ready, and I've never felt more dumb in my life because like this, it was like a computer like to run
It
this
was.
toilet, and
It looked like a thermostat on the wall,
yeah,
but it was all toilet stuff.
yeah, and I wasn't going to be the type to start hitting buttons and having like water start shooting everywhere and everything, and so I was immediately like, I didn't know how to flush the toilet. Like it honestly took me
He's
5
like,
minutes.
it's just going to smell like piss in here all week because I don't even know how to flush this.
5 minutes to flush the toilet because I had no idea what was going on. We finally got the hang of it, and I think it was more prompting from Trav because
because we got there, and
Yeah.
then what did we do when we first got there? We were going out to eat or something, right?
yeah, what napkins?
Oh yeah, terrible. Alejandro, whatever your name was at the
Like-
hotel, you sucked at that. Giving us
Yeah,
that recommendation.
That was
Anyways,
not good.
we got to the room, we dropped our bags, and we went and ate because we hadn't eaten much all day. And so we were at dinner, and I was like, "Dude, did you see that toilet?" And you were like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "Did you play with it?" And you were like, "No, I didn't." And I was like, "I did."
Of course you did.
And I was like, "It's crazy, dude. Like it does all of these things." And then
Yeah,
finally, you were like, the next morning, you're like, "I played with that thing
yeah.
last night, and it was wild."
It was life changing. It literally took forever to find out how to like even just flush it regularly. But that thing did so much stuff. Like even the toilet seat was warmed.
Yeah, every time I sat on it, it was warm.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. But
It was not kind of weird. It was like it was one of the. I'm never gonna forget that toilet.
yeah, no. I remember texting my wife and be like, "Hey, just so you know, like I'm never wiping myself again because this thing like it was a warm water bidet. It even had like a heated fan and everything, and it was
Look, there's definitely some etiquette you have to use.
there's a
with this
learning
thing.
curve.
There's a learning curve because it definitely so it had a warm water bidet. When you're done doing number 2,
Mhm.
you push the button, and I don't know if did you ever see what it actually does?
No.
So I pushed the buttons without sitting down to see what it was doing.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time with this toilet.
So I'm gonna be honest with you.
It was fascinating to me, like what is going on underneath
Yeah.
here. And so the stick comes out,
Okay.
and then it's got the holes in it for water, right?
Okay.
And so that comes out, and then you push. There was 6 or 7 buttons on different kinds of
Yeah.
bidet water to come out of
Mhm.
that thing. The best one was lady button number 2 with massage. I'm just
You
saying.
figured it out. You went through
Just don't
all
even-
the buttons.
Just don't even worry about the rest of the buttons. Lady button number 2, and you'll know what I'm talking about when I say lady button number 2,
Okay.
and massage.
Yeah.
And that was the best setting. And this thing got your backside so clean. And then it's like, okay, now my backside's clean, but my butthole's wet.
It is.
What happens now?
What next?
So the thing about this is what you have to remember if you're ever in one of these ever in one of these places, please find the flush button first. Please find the flush button first, because if you turn that hot air fan on, you better have a trash can ready.
Just
Because
assaulted by a hot ass tornado,
man.
all up in your
And
senses.
I'm telling you, because I didn't flush first, and that was some nasty air for quite a while. That hot fan blowing on my bottom,
Right up to your nose.
right up there.
I
was like, "Oh!"
shit! The fuck is going? You just start slamming every button you can. It's just spraying, and toilet seat just lifts you off the ground. Like goddamn, it was wild. 100%. Dead again. So yeah, after finally getting through the bathroom experiences, I got to go experience a Michelin restaurant, and that was amazing and scary and fun all at the same time.
You were super nervous, and I was trying to be like, dude, look,
Oh yeah.
you got it. Like this is not, but you're right. Like it is a scary deal. Like going and you not being professionally trained, being around a ton of people that are professionally trained, you don't know how they're going to react to you, right?
Yep.
Even though you know your stuff and you know how to do a lot of the things that they know how to do and all of that, like it's still kind of nerve wracking, and I get that.
Yeah. So it was cool. So I walk in, kind of get a brief introduction. And then what was really cool to me is like as I'm actively engaged in all of my things, I would have a new chef who's come in to work for the day because they come in like stages, and they come in and every one of them's fist bumping, introducing themselves. Super nice people, you know what I mean? And I don't know if they had to come around or whatever, but it was just nice to meet everybody and to see how friendly they are. And then I'd go through all my stations and learn what they're doing, how they go about doing it. I had a million questions, and they were super cool about answering all of them. So I definitely didn't want to be annoying, but it was awesome how much they let me be hands-on as well. Even like during service, like, hey, help me plate this. Like, you can do this, put this here. And at first I'm like, you do one and I'll do, let me watch.
Me see what you did,
Let me
and then I
watch
can
first.
mimic that. Yeah.
So super cool. I got to learn a lot of really cool things. And then at the end of that, on day 2, I actually got to go to the bakery side as well, understudy. So I went to press out in Napa. Incredible. And it was nice getting to taste everything too, because I feel like as we're working on stuff, like, oh yeah, try it so you know what it tastes like. And so that was amazing. And then going to understudy, learning how they do all their stuff as well, and to see the precision they had behind everything was insane. I mean, I'm tasting things that I've like never had before, and fruits that I didn't even know existed. So that was insane. And we left early on Tuesday because we actually had a wine tasting at Red Estate. And I don't know how frequently they do all that stuff, but all I know is it was just the two of us with like the main guy, and we're walking the whole grounds. He's explaining everything. And this isn't just your typical winery to where they're just getting as many grapes out there as they can. They're putting into something, just smashing it, getting it out there.
Yeah.
These guys are like tending to the land in the best way possible. They're creating other gardens to sustain the land, to have like the proper bugs and everything to make sure that it is around for years to come.
And it's a big winery just by itself, but then with the other stuff they have in there, it like, yeah, there's a lot of land there, and it's over half of it's grapes, but most people, like you said, will put grapes on every inch of that because that's what makes them the most
and
money.
just like deplete all the nutrients. Like, so it's amazing to hear everything they put into it. Even just the foresight of Leslie Rudd to say like, hey, we also have like, land on this like mountainside. He's like, and it's different elevation, different everything. He's like, so this is going to have a different wine than this one. Maybe we mix them. Maybe we try it separately. Like, he had all these big plans, and I mean, he was doing some amazing stuff. And to the point where he's like, hey, there's, different methods of doing the wine stuff too. It could be done in stainless steel or concrete or wood barrels or, so, he explained it as a chef, it's like, hey, you could sous vide this, you could bake it, you can grill it, it's all going to give you a different.
And that made sense to you. Like,
absolutely.
You were like, okay, yeah, this, like, I understand why you would do all three now.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was interesting to hear like just how much they had like attention and care for this stuff. And then I remember you saying, that, oh man, all of Napa just smells like wine when it's harvest season. And, like when you hear that, you just wonder, like, what's that really mean? Like, what does it smell like? Or what do you, I don't know. How, like, if you're being honest, or if it's just kind of like you're just jabbing
so
the fact that it's Napa.
The first time I went there, it was the end of September, and that's like prime picking season. Like all the grapes are being picked and they're starting to crush. And when when they start to crush and like stuff starts to ferment, that entire, like, Napa is 30 miles long and 4 miles wide. And that entire St. Helena Highway, Highway 29, you drive up and down Highway 29, and it smells like the best red wine you've ever had.
So the
entire way.
And I would say the craziest thing about that, like for us to understand it, anyone who's like local, like you're Kansas or you're Oklahoma, like whatever, if you were to drive down like a local highway and look on either side and just keep saying wheat field, that's what it was like, but it was vineyards. So it was like anybody with a house with any kind of land had grapes. Like that's just what they did. So you'd see like some mansions because these guys had a lot of land and they'd been there a while, and you just see like some regular ass houses with, like an acre or two of grapes, and maybe they just sold them off to, other farmers. But when we're at press and we're going underground, which they had to do with dynamite and everything, it was incredible to see. And I'll put up some shots of that. I got my first experience just walking by and just smelling like it smelled like somebody had like poured wine all over the ground or something. And for it to to smell like that everywhere in Napa like sounds insane to me, but that is one thing I will like never forget, because it was just the craziest feeling, just smelling wine in the air and not seeing it anywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And so, and that is what you smelled is exactly what the entire, like, I'm not kidding. It was that strong, and it was that like just aromatic. Like, it was so smelly. And at first I was like, is that right? Like, I didn't even believe what my nose was telling me, because it just didn't make sense that the whole town could smell like that. But Napa's a wild place. I would not want to live there. It's crazy expensive to do anything in California in general, but in Napa even more so, I think, because it's a tourist place, right? But visiting there, I'm really lucky in my job. I get to go there about once a year, because we've got some stuff there that I have to tend to. So I've seen it a lot, and I feel lucky because of that, because I talk to a lot of people, and they're like, man, I'd love to go there, but I've never had a chance. And so Napa's it's a cool place, man. If you ever get a chance to take a vacation, you should try to take a vacation in Napa if you're adult. I wouldn't take kids there. There's really nothing for kids to do. But if you and your wife or whatever, like, go to Napa and
even if you're not a big wine person, like, it's still
for sure.
crazy.
You can. There's a lot of, if you like food, if you just like scenery, like the scenery was awesome. We were there, and it was cooler and cloudy most of the week.
So it's wild. You're in a valley, because you have the two mountains on either side, and they're telling us like, yeah, it generally protects us from storms. Like, it doesn't rain during harvest, like, ever.
Right.
So when he said that, I remember looking up, and like right where we were, you see it's like clear and then dark and cloudy on either side by the mountains.
It truly is Napa Valley. Like, you're in a valley. There's mountains on both sides of you, and you're down in the valley. And no cell signal at all. But yeah, if you ever get a chance to take a vacation, go to Napa. It's super fun. I like to fly into Sacramento, not San Francisco, because it's way easier. That airport was super easy to get through.
It was.
San Francisco is such a beast. I wish, though, we didn't know exactly what your plans were up until pretty close. I wish we would have flown into San Francisco so you could have seen that, because San Francisco, you have to see that bridge at least once in your life, because it's freaking awesome. And then the roads in San Francisco are just like straight up and down. So that's wild. But check out Napa, because it's fun, and there's a lot to do there. Like, it's not just tasting wine. Like, there's so much more to do.
Great food.
So much good food. And some not good food. And you gotta try some to know that.
We did have a $35 mac and cheese. Like, the best mac and cheese I've ever had in my life. And those potatoes were probably the best I've ever had in my life. Those potatoes
were so good. Shout out Ad Hoc. The other best thing we had was a pizza, which in Napa sounds wild.
Crazy good.
But man, that A16 pizza was so delicious.
My favorite bite, though, at Press.
Oh, yeah.
The pretzel.
That pretzel was
I didn't
delicious.
think a pretzel would be like my favorite thing I ate there, but through all the Wagyu and everything we had, the pretzel with caviar, and oh my God, dude.
What was underneath it? Some kind of yogurt?
It was like a yogurt cultured cream, like butter.
Gosh, dude, so good.
Ridiculous. It was. I'm gonna be dreaming about that for a while. But that's not even the craziest thing that happened to me when I was in Napa. So we literally were talking about football last week and how excited we were, and I was like, man, yeah, Sunday night's gonna be a good game. Bills Ravens, it's gonna be wild. Literally, I want to say 7 a.m. or something, like maybe 6:45, something like that. I placed a bet and didn't know how it was gonna go. I placed some teams, some scores, and I was like, we'll see what happens. Honestly, I kind of forgot all about it. So we land in Vegas, and you kind of start talking about your fantasy football. I was like, oh yeah, man, I need to check my parlay and everything. And I put $10 on a parlay, and I want to say about half of it was complete when we land in Vegas. And it gave me the option while we're in Vegas, like, hey, you can cash out for $100 right now. And I'm like, bro, that's $100. I started with $10. Like, that's a win. I need to just cash out, because any of the rest of my legs could just fail me. So I get on my app, I hit the cash out button, and it's like, hey, you're in a state that doesn't have like online gambling, which is weird to me.
The crazy thing, you can only sports bet on the Caesars app.
That's crazy
apparently.
To me. Yeah, so they had the monopoly on it. So I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, okay, maybe if I refresh it, whatever, because it's Vegas, sure, that's going to let me. Again, it went, and then I see it start dropping. Oh, now it's worth like $97. So I'm like, shit, this is going to just fail me or whatever. It would not let me. So I'm like, God, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to let it ride. So
just let it ride. Yep.
Craziest thing is my $10 could turn into like $1,600 if everything went right. So we get to California.
Well, we get on the plane, and you're like, well, I can't cash out.
I'm like, we're just going to let it ride and see what happens. So we get to California, and I'm like, man, I need to check my stuff again. I got to see if I've already lost or how it's going. A few more have hit, like all but like 2 have hit by this point.
Yes.
And at first it's like, hey, it's like $800. You could have this. And I'm like, God, let me cash out. So I'm in California trying to cash out. And it's like,
once
hey,
again,
guess what?
There is no sports betting in California.
You can't cash out. So I'm like, oh, shit. My brother texts me and he's like, because he's keeping up with my bets. And he's like, man, Derrick Henry just scored. He's like, you literally have one left. He's like, you just need the Ravens to win the game.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God, dude. So I'm like getting a hold of my wife at this point. So it was like at $800. And then all of a sudden it jumps up to like $1,100. And I'm like, dude, like, I think I need to cash out. Like, the Ravens were pulling ahead. They're doing well. It's like, I could let it ride. And, even my brother's like, dude, you got to let it ride. And I was like, man, I don't know. I was like, I guaranteed $1,100.
Which, by the way, that brother is the one you do not want to listen to.
You do not want to take advice. Yeah, 100%. So anyways, I get on the phone with my wife and she's like, I'm missing Sabrina Carpenter on the VMAs or whatever, So she gets it taken care of though. She secures the thing for $1,100. So I won $1,100 off 10.
Off of 10.
So that was insane. Anyway, so the more we're listening to the game, we finally get to napkins or whatever. We're watching the game. I'm watching the Ravens just kind of run away with this game.
It, dude.
And I'm like, God, did I just leave $500 on the table? And you're like, nah, man, you can't look at it that way. It's like you got 1,100 off of 10. I was like, yeah. I was like, I'm happy with this. This is fine. We get in the car. We're driving around, like getting ready to go home. And you hear like Buffalo coming back. And I'm like, holy shit. It's like, that would be crazy if they actually did this. And I remember sitting in a parking lot just listening to the end.
Because we left, we thought this is over.
Yeah, your wife called us and she's like, oh my God, did you see what's going on? Like, we had no idea at first. And she's like, yeah, they're coming back. So I think we finally got it on video, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're just sitting there.
We're sitting in that parking lot on my phone, just
watching Buffalo come back and win this. And then it just hit me. It's like, holy shit. Like, if I would have let it ride, I would have been so upset.
Yeah. I bet it would have started going down pretty quick when Buffalo started making that comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I bet it went down.
I can't imagine. I wish I could have seen it in real time, like what the offer would have been.
Yeah.
But my God, to turn $10 into $1,100 and then like to potentially lose all that because it was like the craziest game I've like ever seen in football history. Like, holy shit. What a week.
Just goes to show, never bet against Josh Allen.
That's right. Josh is going to do it.
He's so good.
Unless it's the playoffs.
Oh. Well, we didn't have to go there. Anyway. Did you spill it?
No, it's
leaking.
Little leakies.
So we got the Cowboys. It's Sunday. We're recording this on Sunday morning. We got the Cowboys here in about an hour. We got the Chiefs at 3.
Yep.
I got to get my bets in because I haven't done that yet. I got to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
And it's football is back and I love it. Like if you don't like football, you might not like our podcast until February because we're going to talk a lot of football.
Mm-hmm.
We love football. We love the Cowboys even when they're sucking. We're going to keep on repping the Cowboys all the time. And yeah, I mean, football's here.
Yeah.
Hockey's coming in a month.
We're going to have postseason baseball. So lots of good betting hopefully coming through.
Fall is just awesome. I love autumn. It's the greatest time. And yeah, so I think it's time to give the answer.
Okay.
To the conundrum. It was
Manuel.
That is correct. It'd be the manual. So that's when you just flip the board up and you're on the back deal and you're just doing a wheelie. Just a wheelie bopper. And then you can combo that into tricks and you didn't lose your points, right? That was So that's pretty sweet. So yeah, go check us out on the socials. We're everywhere at Cartridge and Quest. Go follow us and like us on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcast. That's another one in the books. Got any last words?
Peace out, motherfucker.
Keep it rad and peace.